If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I would still vote for Donald Trump. I support Donald Trump because of immigration and everything like that too. I do believe that it should be easier. Nobody should have to wait years to come into the country. But I also believe that people shouldn't be able to just come here overnight. I think there should be background checks done. I think there is a way that things could be done differently, for sure, but I don't believe that the wall should be open or people should just be able to come in illegally.
Okay. So you think that people should use the legal process to come into the country? So right now, the reason why more people come to the process undocumented is because the current legal process takes too long for people to get into the country.
And that's
So
something I agree with you on. I think that the process should be easier, but at the same time, the wall should not be open for people to come over illegally. I think there should be some type of works in the way of fixing that for sure.
yeah, so the problem I have specifically with Trump's position is that he's not trying to make the process quicker or safer. He's just trying to deport people and disproportionately those that have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes. Democrats specifically prioritize deporting people who have committed violent crimes and bad crimes, but for some reason the Trump administration doesn't want to apply that exact same standard and wants to go after people who are living in the country who have not committed violent crimes and crimes that are bad to an extremely great extent. And also violating people's due process rights. So Donald Trump isn't going through the quote unquote right way of deporting people.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with that. I think that it should be easier. I mean, we do fall at fault. I mean, I'm going to say that on the Republican side of things that we do fall on fault at that. I do agree with what you had to say there. Like I said myself, I think the process should be easier to become an American citizen. But at the same time, we should have extensive background checks and it should be quicker. So I do agree with you, but I also at the same time don't agree with the wall being open.
You
Me
don't or
as a
do agree?
person,
Sorry, your mic is a
I,
little bit muffled.
oh, okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I do agree with what you had to say. But at the same time, I think that we should both work on both sides of the team here and make it so that we can do extensive background checks and get people in safer and faster. Because there's no safe way of getting across the border as someone who lives in Arizona, the bordering state of Mexico. I mean, there's just a lot of bad things about how people get here, and it's just unsafe for them. I think there should be safer ways for illegal immigrants to seek asylum too. I have no problem with that. If there's something going on where their beliefs are being treated differently in a country where their lives are at risk, I think they should have a way to get here safer and faster.
Okay, so do you think the best way to incentivize people to get vetted at a greater degree is specifically to, what's it called, is to give them a pathway to citizenship if they're in the country undocumented and they have not committed a violent crime or bad crime? That would be the best way to vet as many people as possible.
hmm Sure, I guess I do agree with that to an extent.
Okay. Okay. So then, if you agree with that, then it seems like you disagree with Donald Trump's or immigration policy. Sorry.
Yes,
Therefore,
sir.
then like, why would you say that that would be the reason why you support Donald Trump?
Okay, so yes, I do agree with what you have to say, but at the same time, as a person who lives in Arizona, I don't believe that the border should be left open, if that
Um,
makes any type of
the
sense.
border wasn't left open.
Yeah, I know it wasn't left open, but the lack of border patrol and everybody around. If you were to know how these people were brought across the border, you would feel extremely sad about how their operations work and everything like that. How they get brought over the border illegally. It's very sad and inhumane.
Okay, so yeah, again, if you want to talk about border control,
hmm
the set of conditions would be worse with Donald Trump because again, he's not providing any faster or quicker pathway to go through get into the country, whereas Democrats are, and it's not like Democrats are not advocating for border security. So like
Yeah.
I don't understand what extra border security you get with Trump in office comparative to a Democrat that would somehow make the set of conditions overall on a net basis better
hmm
comparative to like the Democrats' policy that would want to make it significantly quicker for people to
Yes.
come
I
into the
mean,
country.
I don't have I don't have a fight back answer for you. I don't know really what to say, but I have a I'm just gonna have to let you in on that one. But My next question for you, if you're okay with that, is what about Google? Here it says on Fox News that Google has admitted to censoring political speech under pressure from the Biden administration and pledged to reinstate thousands of banned YouTube accounts.
So if they said that they did so because the Biden administration, I'd love to see that. What's the title?
So it says here Google admits censorship pressure from Biden admin pledges to reinstate YouTube accounts.
Okay, so pressure from Biden admin. So all the Biden
Yes.
admin did was say that they would like them to do something. They never gave any type of enforcement. They never said they were forced to do anything. That was never a condition established.
It says here.
What were the
It says in
threats
a
of
letter-
force?
It says in a letter to the House committee, the company stated that the administration had pressured it to remove content despite that content not having violated YouTube's policies. So why were
Okay, which content was taken down?
It's let me pull up more information here. I'm not trying to sound dumb here. Hold on, one sec. Disclosure follows years of investigation led by.
And let me know what year it was taken down to.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find that out for you right now. According to the letter, Google will allow creators banned for political speech on COVID-19, elections, and related issues an opportunity to return to the platform. The company emphasizes that public debate should never come at the expense of relying on authorities. Google also said it will not rely on a third-party fact checker. We will use.
So then to clarify, when did they ban people? Like what year?
Let me see. I mean, they posted it today. Sorry, hold on here. 23rd at 5:39 a.m. MST.
When was it? Sorry, what year?
They just published this today. It doesn't have.
No,
a
I'm not
date.
asking when they published it. I'm asking when they were pressured.
There is nothing on here that has a date, but it does say that the Biden administration or Biden admin pledges to. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm not finding this properly.
Matt says the lawyer for Google also noted that the big tech platform censored content independently of the Biden administration based on its internal policies, but that the company has since rolled back those policies. Oh, okay, that's from your same Fox News article.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then doesn't that disprove that it's the Biden administration that did that?
I mean, I don't know. It says Google vowed on Tuesday to offer YouTube accounts that were permanently banned for political speech, the ability to be reinstated.
But through their own guidelines that since have been reverted.
Okay. I mean, it still says tech giant admitted that it once faced pressure from the Biden administration to remove content about COVID-19.
But that wasn't actually true, seemingly, because the same article you're referencing says that it was not the Biden administration. You have to read beyond the headline.
Okay, I got you. Well, it says it deeper in here, right here, just in, it says first on Fox, so that's why I viewed it and I read it, and I just wanted to debate you on that. But if their lawyer said anything like that, I mean, I see right here, it says, remark shipped and document first obtained by Fox News Digital that a lawyer for the company provided to the House Judicial Committee. I don't see anything about what you said on here, but I mean, maybe if I deep into it, I will find it, but I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything like that.
Yeah, so, I mean, are you seeing anything justifying your point in there other than, like, the title?
I mean, it says it right here. I mean, I can't really show you on the phone, but it says...
I mean, I'm looking at it on my phone right now.
Okay, let's see here.
Where, I don't know, are you referencing?
I gotta find it again. I just scrolled up to the top. It says the document included a section about the Biden administration and said White House officials at the time pushed Google behind the scenes to remove perceived misinformation related to COVID-19. The lawyer for Google also noted that the big tech platform censored content independently of the Biden administration based on its internal.
So you just admitted that they did it independently of the Biden administration.
Yeah, but it also says up here, that's why I'm kind of confused. It says right here, and the big tech giant admitted that it once faced pressure from the Biden administration to remove content.
But you did just read that they did so independently of the Biden administration.
Yes, but they also are saying here that they were pressured, so that's kind of just misleading and all, I guess. So there's no real fight back for that.
So it's just Fox News made a unclear article.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take the L on that one too. So, I mean, hey, at the end
So
of the
then
day, I
here's my
appreciate
question:
you.
how do you feel about Donald Trump wanting to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag?
I mean, for me, uh, that's just unright for me. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that we should be burning the American flag. I mean, what great value does that bring to America for the people? What do you think the benefits from that, other than showing that we are a weaker nation?
What are the benefits from what? Sorry, I apologize.
I mean, what's the pros and the cons here of burning an American flag? You have to think
Wait,
about
I'm
that.
sorry. It should be legal, regardless of whether or not you agree with the behavior. It should be legal because it's symbolic speech, as determined by the Supreme Court.
I mean, me and you are going to differ. I don't think the term should be that extensive for a year, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think that a nation should be burning any type of flag. That's my
Um,
belief.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That it's legal though. It's showing dissent to the federal government, which is totally justified to do. It is free speech. It is symbolic speech, as determined by the Supreme Court. So what you're actively advocating for is a violation of people's First Amendment rights.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from at that. I mean, it is free speech, and I mean, I just my personal beliefs, like I said, I don't believe that that's right. I don't think any nation should burn any of their flags. I don't think we should burn any nation's flags in general. I've never been the type of person to do that. But I do get where you're coming from, where it's First Amendment for sure.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that you disagree with people engaging in that type of speech.
Hmm.
That's totally fair for you to do. That's your freedom of speech, but it's also their freedom to do so as well.
I guess so. I guess when you put in that point, yes, sir.
Sure. So I mean, so then like what would get you to support Donald Trump?
I mean, like I said again, I if you were to know the actual how people were transported over here illegally, you would feel extremely sad.
Yeah, I think that the best way to address immigration would be to get Democrats into office. I think that the Republicans are, like Donald Trump, are advocating to violate people's due process rights. The 14th Amendment establishes due process rights for everyone in the country, regardless of whether they're here documented or undocumented.
Sorry, say that again. You cut out for me.
Yeah, the Constitution outlines that everyone in the country, if they commit a crime, regardless of whether or not they're undocumented or documented, they are given due process. Because in order to determine that they are here undocumented, you would have to utilize due process. If you don't utilize due process, you could essentially claim anyone who's a political dissident, right, specifically, is not actually here legally, and you could just deport them based upon that notion, and just upon the administration's accusation. So I could, if I were president, just deport whoever I felt like, essentially.
I don't think that our president is necessarily deporting whoever he feels like. I feel like they didn't do the opportunity. They came here illegally, but there should be a place, like you're saying, that it should be. They should be able to come here easily.
Okay.
Everyone that has been deported was not
If you want people to be
legal
able
on
to come
paperwork.
here easily, you understand that like you would
Mhm.
have to advocate for policies to make it quicker for people to come to the country, and that's just like
Yes,
not
sir,
the
and that's
case.
something yes. Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you. That's my bad. I'll let you finish talking.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that we all as a people could help make that work. Yeah, but I mean, I still have other beliefs in Republican Party, as I believe in the Second Amendment will first always protect the First Amendment also too. So I mean, I have other beliefs other than just some of the things I have talked to you about.
Okay. So if it's the First Amendment, clearly Donald Trump is not upholding the First Amendment. He's also called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. So what other things would be true about Donald Trump that would get you to support him? Because clearly it couldn't be those things.
Second Amendment, he doesn't
The
believe in taking back, no buybacks.
so
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
have to pull up proof for you now. Hold on. I'm not trying to look dumb again.
so again, in terms of this, in terms of buybacks, the Biden Harris administration didn't impose any buybacks, and Harris specifically wasn't advocating for buybacks in this in her admin here for this administration. She wasn't at all. And even just a consensual buyback wouldn't be an issue. Like I would have no issue with that policy. Now, like in terms of mandatory buybacks, right? Like you understand that, like I mean, I wouldn't even have much of an issue with that, to be honest with you. And even then, that's not even something she was advocating for. Secondly, like I think that both sides are going to disagree with the Second Amendment up to a certain extent, right? If you're going to interpret it in a manner in which any restriction is going to be a violation of the Second Amendment. Now, I don't interpret it that way. I interpret it in a manner in which it is the case that you need a well-regulated militia, which essentially includes that we can put practically any like reasonable regulation in place on, right? That's the interpretation I'm taking from that.
Okay.
So, how is this a violation of the Second Amendment under my interpretation?
Sorry, did you say that she didn't say this?
She didn't advocate for in the 2024 term,
Okay, perfect.
2024
Okay.
like run to do buybacks.
Yeah. In 2019, she did.
Okay. Do you know that Donald Trump has different views throughout his like campaign runs as well?
Yes.
And she never reinstated that particular position. And even then, if that position was still her position, that was specifically for what? Like, is that consensual or is that mandatory?
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any backer on that. I don't have anything I can.
That'd be a pretty important thing to know because I mean, in either way, whether it's consensual or mandatory, I don't care, right? And it still wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as what Donald Trump was advocating for. Because again, under your view, you have to acknowledge this. He's calling for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, which would impact the entirety of the Second Amendment. So if it impacts the entirety of the Second Amendment, right, in a negative manner to get rid of it, then how could you say that he's better for the Second Amendment?
Everyone's saying that I'm using AI. I'm not. I'm using sources off of Google, so I'm not using AI though. Sorry. Go back to what you were saying.
What did
My
you hear?
bad. Huh?
What did you hear?
I heard that you said that Donald Trump was not wanting Second Amendment. You were saying something about that. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
Donald Trump what?
I'm sorry. I lost track of what you were saying.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what last part you heard, so I essentially don't know what to go back to.
All right. Yeah, that's my bad, brother. You have a great rest of your day.
Okay. All right.